river, run. Run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest on this wickedly rainy day in July. And our guest today is P.E. James, and he is a musician, a composer, and a singer. That's a lot, all in one. Welcome, P.E.
Hi, thank you, Jan.
He was very brave to come in from Worcester today. I thought at first, is he going to want to bring in the guitar and get the equipment? He did a great job. It came all... I read about you in Rod Lee's The Rambler.
Yes.
Rod Lee has been on many times. He's a very well-known journalist out in Northbridge, Whitensville. And how did he find you guys? Kind of ran into each other. Yeah,
we had an event that I was performing at, and he was, I think, reporting on. So we just happened to run into each other there.
Were you at the Oasis at Dodge Park?
No, although I have been there.
You did?
I have played there. This was at the Goddard House.
At the Goddard House.
Yeah,
I bet the people appreciate it.
Oh, they're a blast. They're a lot of fun.
What kind of music do you play?
Well, generally when I'm playing in restaurants or bars, I play 50s, 60s, and 70s, acoustic favorites.
Yeah.
When I play in nursing homes or assisted living centers, I'll keep it to upbeat, sing-along things, folk tunes, and things from the 50s and 60s.
Have you always been into music?
Yes.
Even as a kid?
As a kid, I was able to figure out harmonies in Beatles songs that other people couldn't understand in 4th and 5th grade. So
when you graduated high school, he knew you were going to go to college, right?
Well, yeah.
Lehigh, right?
Yes.
And you majored in engineering?
Yes. I'm an engineer, yes.
So that's a lot that you can do. You're multi-talented.
Well, or I work hard or got lucky.
Do you like engineering?
I do. It's solving problems is a real big part of that
job.
So
you got into big time because of pandemic, probably. When did you start getting back into your singing?
Well, that was about. I was involved with the coal industry and power production, and that kind of got its feet kicked out from under it. So I really was encouraged by a couple of other musicians in Worcester to start looking into music a little harder than I was.
Where are some of the places you go? I know senior centers, right?
I do, but I play at maybe 70 assisted living centers in central Massachusetts.
That is awesome.
I've really pushed this as far as I can go.
Have you been to the Lydia Taft in Uxbridge?
No, I have not.
I bet you they'd love to have you.
I'd love to have them.
And also in Northbridge, there's, Rod Lee would know about this, Beaumont, Whitney.
I do a lot of Beaumont, Northbridge.
You go over there.
Northborough, yes, I'm there.
Also, it used to be St. Camillus in Whitensville, but it's something else now. But they'd like you there, too. Oh, I know a lot of places you can go, believe me. You'd have a blast. You went to Lehigh, and you majored in engineering, so you're good at math, right?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Another one that's good at math. I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't. I have a problem just figuring out my doggone new cell phone. You probably could go, oh, yeah, you go this...
Could be, yeah.
Or trying to order something. I just get so fed up with it. But you probably like, I can sail right through this.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Well, now, play us some tunes. Play us your favorite tunes.
Well, I can play... How about if I play the first one I ever wrote? I went to Lehigh, as you said. And it was a school where the ratio was eight men for every woman. So... I found out that I'd made a mistake once I got there, but I did find out that the one woman there did like music, so I figured that maybe I had a shot, especially if I wrote a song that was geared toward them.
Yeah. Watch out for your water there.
Okay, here you go.
The water. There you go.
Well, this song was written about something that's very close to women. It's about pantyhose.
Oh, pantyhose. Okay.
It's called the Pantyhose Blues. Torn her pantyhose. See how fast the run goes. She's torn her pantyhose. See how fast the rip grows. She's got a run in a stocking. She's got those pantyhose blues. Tries the nail polish to help stop the tear. the nail polish will help stop the stare. She's got a run in a stocking. She's got those pantyhose blues. Now a runner's a bummer, you know it keeps coming. It doesn't please. From morning to night, it starts at the thigh and works down to the knees. Brick walls and hangnails and watches and rings. It's those things you dread. Just when you start jumping, you bump into something that leaves your threads in shreds. Oh yeah. I just bought these. Hooked on a snag, and the tights start to sag. Something's gone wrong. Your big toenails too long, yeah, yeah, yeah. She's got a run in a stocking. She's got those pantyhose blues. Yeah. Carry an extra pair just in case.
Oh my God, that's fantastic! I don't think there's a woman alive who can relate to that. Did you wrote it yourself?
Yep.
How long ago did you write that?
That was the first song I ever wrote, so that was like 40 years ago.
Really?
It was a while ago.
Oh
Yes.
my God, that is the Pantyhose Blues. That probably gets the attention of a lot of the women in the nightclubs.
Yeah, well, yeah,
especially the women that are in the senior centers and rehabs.
Yeah, there's women of a certain age will understand it. Yes.
Oh yeah, the nail polish part.
Yes.
I remember. Well, it's got to be clear nail polish. I didn't quite get that early enough.
Oh.
To get together going. I said, "Well, just give me that." No, you got to use. Do you get a lot of laughs with it? People love it?
Yeah. I was lucky enough to play that in Nashville when I was there a couple of years ago.
You went to Nashville?
Yeah, well, it was for work, but I managed to work my way up into a stage, in an open mic stage, and that went over very well.
So, that's great. So on your work trip, you were able to put it together.
Yeah.
The Pantyhose Blues. Who would have thought it? We're talking with P.E. James, and he is a singer, musician, and composer. He is in Worcester. How can they reach you if they'd like to have you come on board?
Oh, I'm easy to get to through my email address. It's singerpejames@aol.com.
Okay, and they can get to you that way.
Yeah.
Is there what kind of places besides, any more places that you're open to? Restaurants?
I play. I got a regular gig at the Grill on the Hill, which is at Worcester's Green Hill Golf Course. It's an outdoor patio, and it's a beautiful place to watch the sunset and have a drink and to listen to some music. I've been there for about 11 years on Saturdays.
That's great. What time are you there?
I'm usually there from 6:30 to 9, which gives the people an opportunity to see the sunset, and it's gorgeous.
Well, there's the Marlborough Golf Course is gorgeous. That golf place.
I've been there. I've played
one,
there.
Let's see. Oh,
There's one in Westboro, too.
Yeah. Westboro, and is it Sutton? Off of 146.
I have not been there.
That's a nice one. There's a lot of them. There's one at Shining Rock in Northbridge.
Don't know. We've got to talk.
Oh, we do.
There's opportunities.
That's what I do. I'm a publicist. But now, play us some more songs.
Let's see.
He's written his own.
Let's see. I'm trying to. I've got one that was actually written because of my love of puns.
Yeah.
I was studying for a national test a few years back, and my girlfriend wouldn't believe that I was in the library till all hours. So she would call me at home, and I just said, what would it be like if I had lied to her? If I had been out cooling around while she was trying to catch me in a lie? I said, would her third degree have burned me? Would that be a third degree burn?
There you go.
I went from there. Where have you been? with and I look at the floor. She knows I'm lying the minute she sees me. She just ain't buying, it's her third degree. I know it's trouble from the look in her eyes. She wants some answers and not alibis. I've got the scars from the lessons I've learned. I feel the heat from her third degree burn. Her third degree burn. Many questions, 3:45. I give it my best, I can't do her no more. She's law, judge, and jury. She's got me on trial. She's trying to burn me despite my denial. I know it's trouble from the look in her eyes. She wants some answers and not alibis. I've got the scars from the lessons I've learned. I feel the heat from her third degree burn. Her third degree burn. Prowling's my nature, it's just what I do. I'm a nocturnal creature between me and you. Even when pressured, my answers won't change. I'm just like a leopard, spots won't rearrange. I know it's trouble from the look in her eyes. She wants some answers and not alibis. I've got the scars from the lessons I've learned. I feel the heat from her third degree burn. Her third degree burn. Her third degree burn.
Oh my God. When did you write that, P.E.?
Oh, that was quite a few years ago too.
Number of years ago, too. And
I like
came,
wordplay.
You just came with you, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
It comes easy.
I work on them.
You work-
Yeah, they don't
How
just
about
show
your
up.
girlfriend? Does she come with you to these great events here?
Every once in a while, yeah. She gets enough at home. She doesn't
She
have
likes
to
that.
see it.
Paul and I were wondering before you came in. He said, "Well, what kind of music does he play?" I said, "I think probably just about, reasonable, nice music and maybe 60s, whatever." And I thought for myself, I don't think it's rap.
No, not with an acoustic guitar. No.
Did your parents ever get you a guitar when you were a kid?
That's an interesting story, actually. We had a piano.
Yeah.
And my mom wanted me to work on that, take lessons, and force me into that.
I did that too.
Oh, and one summer we went to New York to visit relatives, and Hurricane Agnes came through, and it went up to the second floor in our house. The water came up.
In New York?
No, this is in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh.
Right up the Mississippi River and right up into Pittsburgh and flooded our house. And we came back and the piano was on its side. It was destroyed. So, and meanwhile, the guitar that I had earned through selling seeds and cards and things was on a chair when we left, and the chair floated up and came back down.
Yeah.
So the guitar was unharmed, the piano was destroyed. I said, "Look, Mom, it's an act of God. He doesn't want me to play piano. He wants me to play guitar."
How long did the guitar last?
Oh, it lasted for a long time, but it surprised me because the piano came back too. My mom looked at one day. She said, when I came home from school, go look in the living room, and there was another piano there. She says,
got you a
"Look,
piano."
it's an active Allstate."
Oh my God! Oh yeah, that's right. Home insurance.
Yes.
How deep was the water?
Oh, it went to the second floor. It destroyed everything in our basement, everything on the first floor.
So it was a
kitchen.
house, wasn't an apartment.
It was a home.
house.
Yeah, it was a house.
So your basement was flooded.
Yeah, we lived next to a river, maybe.
And it
100
came
yards.
up. Did you write a song about it?
No. I try not to write about tragedies.
We're talking with P.E. James, and he is a composer, musician, and singer. How can they reach you if they'd like to have you come and sing for them?
Oh, I am at singer P.E. James at AOL.com. And you can send me an email, and I will get back to you.
How far were you willing to travel if someone would like you?
I try to stay in central Massachusetts. I have gone as far as Boston and Brookline, and I guess as far east as I don't want, or west. I don't want to go as far as I have been, but central Massachusetts.
How about Providence? Not that far. 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Drive
I
down
guess
146.
I could do that.
I used to live there. I know.
Okay.
I'm trying to. Right over the line too is Connecticut.
Yeah.
Upper Connecticut.
I've played at the in places in Putnam, and I'd like to explore that some more.
Yeah, you go off. See how long I go up through Webster and then get on 395.
395. Yes.
That's a long stretch. Oh, I did not enjoy that at all.
No.
Couldn't wait to get to Route 16.
Where were you coming from?
Where I was coming from, Grafton. I know the shortcuts up into Webster, the back roads.
Okay.
Like through Sutton and everything.
Okay.
And you're on 16 in Webster. Where's it, Webster? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I had to go. I hate the highway. So I get on 395, and first I usually go with drives too doggone fast. I'm like, oh, God. I said, I'm going, let me take my own car. And I putz it along, and people going, phew. I just can't go that fast on highways.
Oh.
It doesn't bother you, right?
No.
It doesn't bother a lot of people. I just feel like, oh my God, if I go over 60 miles an hour, I'm going to lose control. Totally.
Hopefully not.
What are some of the songs?
So you're the one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm the one that holds you all up with it. Do people request songs to you?
Yeah. I've got a couple that people like.
What are favorites?
Well, the one that you had said. I don't normally do the songs that I write because people do love to hear songs that they're familiar with.
Oh yeah.
But there's a couple that are interesting. I can play one.
You appeal to all ages, then.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But I wrote this one. It's a song about a friend's dog.
A dog.
Who had passed away, who unfortunately had to be put down. But the dog was crazy, and for some reason, the dog loved me.
Aww.
And her name was Riley.
Riley.
So this song imagines what it would be like for her to go to the other side.
What kind of dog?
It was a Brittany Springer Spaniel.
Okay.
She was a Brittany Springer Spaniel.
All right.
All the stories are true. Riley, old girl, I remember the times I'd come to visit and you'd spin me round, then knock my glasses right onto the ground. Run for upstairs, nose inside my suitcase, appear with my underwear wrapped round your face. Riley, old girl, I remember the times. Head for the woods, running straight through the fence, scaring us all cause the brush is so dense. Going where even the deer fear to tread. Invite your friends over to lick at my head. God must need you to showcase heaven's a great big mysterious place, scattered through clouds and run clear into space. How will the angels keep up with your pace? My buddy, my partner, your race all but run. I've never prayed harder cause we've had such fun. I know he's the boss, but his will be done. And he feels our loss, but he says you're the one. Riley, old girl, some words of advice. Leave all the beef bits alone in his stew. Don't chew on his sandals, whatever you do. Limit your kisses to his holy face. And don't drag God's tidy whities all over the place.
Riley passed away when the dog, right?
Oh yeah, Riley. A while ago.
Was he young, old?
She was old. I would say for dog years.
Oh,
she was old.
P.E., are you self-taught or did you take lessons?
I took piano lessons, but I didn't take guitar lessons. I'm self-taught.
You learned on your own.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Let people know. Again, we could talk about where you are open to going as far as places. Where do you like to go?
I think restaurants and bars. I've played a lot of the bars in Worcester too, but places that are looking for acoustic songwriters or even cover artists. I mean, I do an awful lot of songs per night at most restaurants, and they're cover songs mostly. So I think I'm a good fit for a lot of different places in Central Massachusetts.
Definitely. Anything from reunions, maybe class reunions.
Oh yeah,
I just had one, but I had to travel to Springfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not that bad. I mean, you probably think nothing of it.
Well, Wilbraham is the farthest
I grew
I've gone.
up there.
Oh, is that right?
Were
really?
you just there?
I wasn't just there, but I was there last year.
Doing what? Where were you?
I was playing at an assisted living home. So
in Wilbraham.
Yeah.
How did you hear about them?
Through their chain of places, and that was one of their locations.
Where is it in Wilbraham? What street? Do you remember it all?
There's only one street.
Well, it goes to Springfield, right?
Yeah.
There's
a main street, and I think there's a post office and field complex. If it's on your right, and the place that I played at was on the left.
Do you remember the name of it?
Yes, but I didn't know if I wanted to say it. Since
Okay, I'm just trying to think. When I was growing up there, I don't think there's a boys' private school, and there's a high school I went to, but I don't remember.
You didn't go to the boys' private high school, did you?
No, I went to regular high school, but it was, and of course they had the elementary and the junior high, and I went through all of that. I don't remember assisted living. That's interesting.
Well, maybe they're new. I don't know how long
it could be on the newer side.
Yeah.
Wilbraham. So if anyone mentions Wilbraham, I'm like, that thing barely exists on the map.
Yeah.
And you just went, I was in Wilbraham.
Well,
what would you suggest to people, young people, anybody, any age, who'd like to start out in guitar? What do you think?
The way I would do it would be the way I did it, which was first of all take some sort of music course, because that allows you to be able to talk with other musicians easily, much easier. But I would buy a book, a music book of an album or a particular artist that you like and that you already know the songs for, and then you can work at it as you go at your own pace.
Take your own pace. Let me ask you this. Speaking of the 70s, do you play any of Kiss's songs? Remember Kiss?
Yeah, yes.
Do you play any of them?
Not one, no.
Not one?
No.
Was it Ace Frehley wrote, I'm back in the New York groove?
That's true,
And there's another one, Detroit something.
Well, there's Beth, too.
Yeah.
Detroit Rock City. I know the songs, but I don't play them.
Oh, that would be... Oh, my God. Oh, would you play, like Beach Boys or Beatles?
Beatles is a big favorite
What
of mine.
is one of your Beatles songs?
Let me come up with one. I could do... when I'm doing covers, I do just about anything from their album Help or Blackbird. Had to find it. Or Yesterday. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Who doesn't know that, right? I mean,
Right.
anybody who was born in the, 50s, 60s, 70s.
That's about right.
Yeah, that is. By the way, they did a, I don't know if you saw it on TV, but they did a bio on Gene Simmons.
No, I
Yes. Behind the scenes. And he says, there was trouble in paradise. Oh, yeah. Gene and Paul Stanley were the conservative ones. They did not drink. They did not smoke.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're not Orthodox Jewish, but they're Jewish. Okay.
And then Peter Criss, the drummer, and Ace Frehley, the riff art, they were the hellions. They drug, drank, the women. I read that one time, I've got their books, one time Peter Criss and Ace Frehley, they all had to stay in motel rooms on gigs. The maid walked in and they had, I don't know how they did it, PE, but they glued the furniture in the room to the ceiling. Oh. Can you imagine if you're a maid walking in? And then just for no fun of it, they would toss furniture out the window. Of course, that's why Gene Simmons was pretty annoyed with them, because they're going to have to pay for
Yeah,
the
somebody's
sandwich.
going to have to pay for it. It's going to be me. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I can't imagine walking in and seeing furniture on this. How do you get furniture to?
That would be a tough one. That require some work.
They were probably high as a kite. I can't imagine that.
Oh.
P.E., tell us again how they can reach you.
Okay, you can email me at singerpejames at AOL.com.
And you're willing. What is your schedule like coming up?
This summer, I'm really jammed. I have a lot of things going on. People are just now coming back from the pandemic and finding out that they can have entertainment. It's been a long stretch of wearing masks. And
did you do Zooms?
I did do Zooms. Actually, another thing I did was do outdoor concerts. I called last summer my concrete concert tour.
Yeah.
Where I played outside on the sidewalk or in parking lots and had people open their windows.
Yeah.
And one in Brookline, the police came, stopped the traffic on the street, and I set up in the street and played upwards to a 10-story building that just blasted my amplifiers.
Oh my God.
It was like Let It Be upside down. Instead of being on the roof, I was on the ground and they were up there.
I've got an idea for you. You know UMass Memorial Medical Center?
Yes, I know.
You been there?
Yes.
Okay. You go in the front entrance, right? The main building.
Oh, okay.
And there's an Ask Me thing. I've done that. Well, you go straight ahead, as if you're going to the cafeteria. There's this little pouch out, and they have had, off and on, little musicians come and just kind of, and it's wonderful. People walk in like, oh, cool, and they hear it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that they would really enjoy that.
That's a good idea. I have played for some of the UMass medical people over at the school, over on Lake Avenue.
Oh, at the medical
Western.
school?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about the university. Yeah. They had you come in the big in the auditorium or the lobby?
Atrium? Yeah, okay.
The atrium, and big windows, outlook. Oh, it's great over there. Oh, that's a
Check
good
into
opportunity.
that. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Well, we're going to have you back. You know?
I appreciate that. Thank you. This
You
has
made
been
it from
fun.
Worcester. You're here alive with the torrential rains. I'm like, oh my God. You know, I had a guitar growing up. I took guitar lessons. It didn't last long.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a farewell song you'd like to play?
How about this one? This is one that people do request occasionally. It's about the first time I went to work for an engineering company. I was told to make my own coffee in the canteen.
Yeah.
I didn't drink coffee, so I usually used a spoon for my tea, but there weren't any spoons. But they had these sticks, the swizzle sticks. So I was trying to use one to stir my sugar into my tea. And the admin came over and said, and her name was Liz. She said, no, don't use one. Use like a handful. She threw it through and then stirred them, and it worked really well.
Cool.
So
Right.
I wrote a song about it. It's called, if I can remember all of it, it's Double Swizzle Lizzle.
Double Swizzle.
Double Swizzle Lizzle. I saw my favorite admin put some coffee in a cup, a couple of spoons of instant and some water halfway up, a single bag of sugar and a double load of cream. She helped me understand why she's the double sizzle queen. Fix it nearly whitey with a box of magic tricks, makes it lefty righty with those little stir sticks. An itsy bitsy motion when she spins it from her wrist, makes a magic potion with a semicircle twist. Double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, makes your coffee sweet and steamy. Double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, makes your coffee double creamy. Double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, makes a cup that can't miss. Double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, makes a coffee like this. Oh, come on, Lizzie. This old dog learned a brand new trick. Now I stir my coffee with those double swizzle sticks. An itsy bitsy motion when she spins it from her wrist, makes a magic potion with a semicircle twist. I saw a double swizzle lizzle put some coffee in a cup, two little stirs and she really mixed it up. The secret's in the mixing of the very special brew. Instead of single swizzle sticks, you have to use two. Double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, double swizzle lizzle, makes your coffee sweet and creamy. Double swizzle shizzle, double shizzle, double shizzle, makes your coffee double creamy. Come on, Lizzie, like this.
What a way to end the show. You're fantastic.
Thank you.
I wonder if they even heard you downstairs in the library.
Oh.
Oh my God! You know, we have a beach here in Upton. I think they're all booked for the summer. But had I known more about you sooner, I would have sent you over to the rec director and got you scheduled, because this is what they do. They have a pavilion on our little beach. It's very secluded and beautiful, and people come and they just sit there, like on the beach or wherever, and listen. Oh, you'd like that.
I'd love to do that.
You would like. Thank you for being with us, P.E.
Thank you.
P.E. James, musician, composer, and singer. You can't beat all that. We'll see you next time on Be My Guest.
Then it seems moving through the cloudless sky, heading out toward the moon. I am dancing to the lunar tune. Life goes by